All right, Aries. Aries, welcome to Fire Fridays, my friends. I'm here for you. I'm here to read for your highest good and your highest outcome, and it is my great pleasure to do so. Welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back, of course. I have several decks out right now. I've got the Starman Tarot, Santa Muerte. I have the Magic Seer, which is a Rider-Waite variant, and I have rune cards, and I have a Lenormand deck here. We're going to play it by ear. The rune deck was kind of calling to me a little bit here, and honestly, real runes would be cooler, certainly, but we do what we do here. So Aries, welcome. Again, it's a privilege and an honor, so thanks. I think what we're going to do is go ahead and kick it off with some runes. I would like to see where maybe part of the theme of this this reading may be going. In fact, and there's I think I'm just going to do I think I'm going to pull one rune card. I think that's what it's going to be. Kind of a little bit different, a little out of the box here. That's not going to work. Let me try that again. There's multiple cards there. Okay, whatevs. Okay, sorry about the throat too. I think it's it's because I'm hotboxing my van with Palo Santo. Okay, it gets a little foggy in here. Hagalas, wrath of nature, destructive, uncontrolled forces, especially the weather or within the unconscious. Okay, tempering, testing, trial. Uncontrolled forces within the unconscious. That's really interesting. What came out with it here? Urus. And if you happen to be versed in these things, please forgive me for butchering. Okay, I'm new. Urus. Physical strength and speed. Untamed potential. Time of great energy and health. Freedom, energy, action, courage, strength, tenacity, understanding, and wisdom. All right, a 3-card spread is an overall situation, the overview. So it could be the wrath of nature, uncontrolled forces within the unconscious, tempering, testing, trial. So basically an inner turbulence that is sort of the situation. A challenge could be the physical untamed potential, a time of great energy and courage, strength, tenacity, understanding, and wisdom. So I think discipline and boldness are sort of the obstacle or the challenge here. And a possible course of action, interesting, is Redho. I don't know how to say that, but it's basically the letter R. Looks like the letter R to me. Travel, both in physical terms and those of lifestyle direction. A journey, vacation, relocation, evolution, change in place or setting, seeing a larger perspective. Okay, Aries, the vibe to that overall is very, to me, just seems that there could be a turbulence or a volatility probably within. It goes all the way to the unconscious, but it's a stirred energy within you, and I think the idea of a lifestyle direction as an outcome, journey, vacation, relocation, evolution, change of place or setting. I think that basically some of you simply need a vacation. Some of you need some discipline, I think, in taking up a new discipline with, to me, it feels very physical, like diet and exercise, that kind of thing. There may be something that you're toying with doing in that department, and whatever it is that I think Spirit is guiding you to do, I would say that's probably a good thing to do, a good thing to start. There is a little bit of actually an astrological call to that with this retrograde in Virgo and Libra, the Mercury retrograde that's about to start. And I won't even begin to explain that. That's something that somebody else had posted earlier today, and I thought it was kind of interesting. So if there is sort of that internal struggle, that turbulence inside, I think it has a lot to do with in areas of mental health and things like that. I mean, physical activity and diet are hugely associated. So that could be a big part of it. Untamed strength and potential, I think it said. Untamed strength and speed. Yeah, untamed potential. Untamed potential was an obstacle, the Uruz card. That's I think that's very fascinating. Untamed potential. There's something stirring in you that's untapped, and it's getting antsy. And there's a call for, even a physical evolution to occur. But as within, so without. As without, so within. There's definitely something there. So that's a very specific message for some of you, Aries, that it may be time to go into some physical exercise or diet disciplines or regimens, okay? I'll just make a mess here, and then we'll keep going. All right, let's get into our 3-card spread here. Again, general energy to kind of coincide with that, with the good old Santa Muerte, our good friend of fire. We have the 6 of Swords. This is a card that literally does speak of travel, by the way. So our potential outcome, talking about a journey or a vacation, is like right on point here. Some of you need to just calm your nerves by getting away from conflict. We have the Sun. Maybe go someplace warm. This is a time of celebration and victory, right? Sun is beautiful, beautiful energy. And we have the 8 of Wands. Communication coming in rapidly. There may be an opportunity right on the horizon for you in terms of an opportunity to go into that change or that opportunity to travel in some form. Underlying the deck is the Magician. I love this. This is just wonderful alchemy for you, Aries. I feel like it's basically suggesting that if this is something you feel you need, it can be done. And whether it's the vacation idea or the travel idea or the exercise routine or the diet or whatever it is, you do have all the tools you need to make that happen. And like I mentioned earlier, as without, so within, as within, so without. That's quite a alchemical statement that I would just suddenly make, and then here it is. So Aries, what I think is going on there, generally speaking, is that there's an opportunity to move away from the things that are breaking you down and agitating you in life, the things that are sort of festering inside, that the tension that's building up. You have an opportunity to move away from that, not just figuratively, but even maybe physically for some of you. And I think it's leading to a very happy and peaceful energy. And I think there's an opportunity that may be coming quickly for you in that sense. Well, let's get some clarification on the 6 of Swords for you, Aries. All right, we're kicking off with a 3 of Swords. So yeah, this is, heartache, heartbreak, disappointment. It's emotional pain. We've got emotional pain. And I like to see that in a way because we're getting away from it. The context of the reading is getting away from it. So what else? We need 2 more cards for Aries, please. Regarding the 6 of Swords. Regarding the 6 of Swords. Regarding the 6 of Swords. All right. We have the Moon. Again, this is your inner world, your deepest inner world, your desires, your hopes, your dreams, your fears. There's pain, there's deep pain. And then we have the Chariot. Deep pain, that the opportunity to get away from it is right here. I mean, the Chariot spirit is basically right here, ready to take you to a new paradigm. Again, maybe a physical relocation or a vacation, but there's also this idea of just energetically getting away from that rut, that pattern. Underlying the deck is the King of Cups. Mastery of your emotions. The Chariot is here as a call to help you master your emotional world. Interesting. I would also point out the Moon and the Chariot are both cards of Cancer. The King of Cups is water, and Cancer is a water sign. So this could have something to do with a Cancer. Very well could. Doesn't have to, but it could. I think for many of you, it was just simply that. It's like this is an opportunity to obtain some mastery over your emotions and to heal from heartaches. Let's get into the Sun. What does Aries need to know about the Sun card? What does Aries need to know about the Sun? All right, we've got the Ten of Cups. This beautiful, beautiful, happy energy. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups and the Sun. I mean, those are pretty much the two happiest cards in the entire tarot in many ways. That's beautiful. What else do we need to know? So there's something around the corner for you. A true emotional fulfillment. That emotional fulfillment will occur when the mastery has been obtained, in a sense. So I think it's a lot of this happiness is coming from within, and it's an internal shift. We have the Two of Wands here, which is basically your desire to pursue your passions. I think you've got a little more of a understanding of what they may be and what you'd like to go after. You have the world in your hands here, right? The Two Wands, it's about that goal off in the distance. It's really about that goal off in the distance. And I think many of you have that, Aries. And we've got the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I mean, you've got this I really do think you're calibrating and like finding your passion again. That's awesome. A brand new passion. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, very sarcastically. We have the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Sun, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Get out. Get out. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Legacy energy, you know, that is the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles together is basically like you win, like at life. You win. That's brilliant. As I said that when I put those cards back, the Six of Wands was there, which is a card of victory. Returning victorious from battle. So some of the hardships you've faced are coming to a close. But it does require... I do feel it requires discipline. I feel like, yeah, judgment. I feel like the runes are really speaking to that. We're clarifying the Eight of Wands now, and we have judgment. So the Eight of Wands, again, communication coming in, rapid communication. It's a realignment of your passions as well. All the wands are oriented the same direction. They're all moving very fast. It's also a very, very positive card. Judgment is like, this is divine intervention for you, Aries. I mean, this is really a mission realignment. This is sort of a... It's big. It's a big, look at this. The world is on the bottom. It goes judgment, the world. That's the end of a major cycle. Judgment is sort of the final boss of the major arcana, and I think you're about to close out a huge cycle in your life. It's going to manifest from within and work its way out. Like I said, the emotional healing, the emotional turbulence and the emotional healing and the remedy to that, finding, tapping into that untamed potential, applying some discipline to it, that evolution. I think you're about to go through that process of evolution. That's really interesting. We have the Two of Cups here, partnership. Aries, those of you especially that aren't in one, I think something's around the corner for you. It's coming quickly, too. The Knight of Swords. Yes, Aries, somebody is going to be coming towards you quite swiftly. I think they will recognize something within you, and it's going to cause a full sprint towards you in many ways. And to see the Two of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Sun, like all of these beautiful cards out on the table here, I think that's fantastic. It's such a big, monumental shift in your life. The Tower. The Tower underlies the deck. And I want to talk about this for a minute, because that inner turbulence, how did they describe it here? Let me read this again. Destructive, uncontrolled forces, especially the weather or within the unconscious. Those destructive, uncontrolled forces, the things that are established and deep-rooted in you, it really feels like a mental health or mental struggle type of thing. Those established parts of your identity that you say, like, I am just this way, I'm depressed, I'm inhibited in this way or that way, those established notions are going to be crashing down. They're going to be crashing down in this season for you, Aries. I really, really strongly feel that. And again, as within, so without. For me personally, I can tell you, I've had a lot of struggles with mental health throughout the years and growing up, and it's always been very, very reflected in my external health. I had kind of, my childhood was actually pretty good, but I had certain things. I had bullies and some abuse and some different things, and I at an early age wound up putting on a lot of weight, and it was sort of something I came to realize during my awakening. My spiritual awakening was that that was sort of like armor. It was like protective armor, and every time I'm about to make a breakthrough of some kind in sort of learning to control those destructive, uncontrollable forces within the subconscious that card describes, the destructive behavior, right? Every time I'm about to finally get to something's about to be healed there's always sort of an uptick, almost an uptick in the destructive behavior before the click, and then something changes. So Aries, if I'm speaking your language right now, and maybe you're in a pattern of excessive food or drink, or drugs or whatever it is, like, if it's really bad right now, there could be something on the horizon that's about to be purged, and that'll probably reflect in your physical health in a very clear way. Every time this happens, I will go into something kind of into a really destructive pattern, and then click. All of a sudden, I can swing into this season of discipline, because I've found some healing within myself and some more self-love and self-respect, and it reflects in my outer body, and I have a big dump of weight or something. And it's always been kind of I've been trending downwards, which is great, but I've been way high, and I've been skinnier than this too, and more healthy than this, but I'm still trending down as I go through my spiritual journey, and I feel like somebody out there can vibe with that. Thank you for listening to my little story there. I hope that's not too much of a distraction for you, but I think that was for somebody to understand, particularly because you may be in a spot right now where you're drunk. Love and light, and I'm not above this. I've watched tarot drunk before. I have. Maybe some of you are watching tarot drunk right now, and that's okay. That's okay, my friends. I'm here to tell you that the purge of the destructive behaviors are getting there. In fact, yeah, the one card that was isolated from the clump here is the Ten of Swords. There's a ending to this right now. There's an ending to this right now. There's an ending to this right now. If it is something to do with drugs or alcohol, and you really do feel stuck, that travel idea in our possible course of action could be as simple as getting into some kind of program. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. I never went to a program, but I understand that they do help a lot of people, and probably would have saved me a lot of time if I had maybe gone. So I don't know. Take it as it resonates. I have no idea. It really could be as simple as you just need a vacation to get out of the rut of destructive habits. I think it's requiring a simple shift in your daily routine and everything, right? But it's coming to an end. Let's get back on your reading here. It's coming to an end. We have the Ten of Pentacles again. We have the Ten of Pentacles underlying. Now we have the Ten of Pentacles upright and out in your potential outcome here. Aries, you have you have the opportunity here. Spirit's getting ready to purge the destructive behavior out of your life. Spirit wants to. You have to consent to it. We also have the Two of Wands here again. So we've got the Two of Wands that have come out twice. We had it here, and now we have it in the outcome. Again, this is a energy of really wanting to pursue something that's off in the distance. This Two of Wands is very, very different than the traditional rider. So I'm going to take a second and see if it has anything to say that is outside of the normal realms here. The arms are crossed, and that reminds me of the Two of Swords energy of like the crossed swords, but it's kind of illusory. You would think that maybe this was a defensive pose, but I don't think so, because the revolvers are something that can enact a lot of force with very minimal effort, if you catch my drift. And the individual has a kind of a bandana over the mouth, but it's a little bit opaque, and I don't think you'll be able to see this, but underneath the mouth is sort of open. It looks like a smile. It looks like a smile, like some joy. It's almost a recognition. I feel like it's a recognition of power that is actually causing some joy. It looks, to the external world, it may look a little more stoic or whatever, but inside there's a lot of joy that goes with that. So as you're boldly moving into this new paradigm, people might look at you and say, wow, this person is fiercely determined. Like, I don't know, when I go to the gym, when I'm in one of those modes, I have resting bitch face the whole time, because I'm like focused and determined on what I'm doing, but inside there's joy because I'm taking care of myself, right? And then underlying the deck is the Four of Wands. Aries, this is so wonderful. The Four of Wands is a card of celebration and stability. There's a stability coming into your life, available to you at this time. You have so much positive energy here. And, I would really say whatever the issue is that we're trying to tame, it could be anything. It doesn't obviously have to be about, drugs, alcohol, whatever. That is maybe for somebody. It may not be for all of you. Whatever it is, it's a big obstacle. It's like your inner monster, your inner demon. You've got one or many in there that are being brought to light right now, and you're also being shown that Spirit really wants to get you past that, so that you can really step into a beautiful new world where you have an opportunity to establish your legacy with this Ten of Pentacles, to have emotional fulfilled happiness with the Ten of Cups, to be in a beautiful partnership with the Two of Cups. You have and just celebration. I feel like, Aries, like, you've eaten enough shit sandwiches, and now you have an opportunity to move into a very peaceful period of time in your life, and I would just strongly encourage you to do so, even if it requires some travel of some kind. Don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to take that leap. And Aries, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. It was an honor. It was a pleasure and a privilege. So I hope this resonated with you. If it did, and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, of course. Hit the like button if you liked the video, of course. And I will see you next Friday on Fire Fridays, Aries. Have a beautiful week. Best of luck with this energy, and take care.